Welcome to Hidden Psych Secrets, where we decode the human mind. Today we explore the unique psychological landscape of the 1980s. Imagine a world completely silent, without constant notifications, where solitude was natural and not a source of deep anxiety or fear. The generation raised in the 80s possesses a specific mindset, grounded firmly in reality, rather than the shifting sands of digital validation. One defining psychological feature of this era was the complete lack of a global audience watching your every move and mistake. Awkward phases and bad haircuts were not immortalized on the internet, allowing people to grow through mistakes without fear of judgment. Privacy was the default setting for everyone, helping them form an authentic identity based on internal reflection rather than external likes. Unlike the modern digital exposure, their deepest thoughts remained secret, fostering a sense of self that was independent of public opinion. Social interactions were physical and immediate, teaching them to read body language and emotional cues without the barrier of a screen. Without the internet to provide instant answers, they learned to solve problems manually, developing resilience and patience in difficult situations. Getting lost was a real possibility, forcing them to rely on spatial awareness and intuition instead of following a blue digital line. Boredom was not an enemy to be killed with apps, but a fertile ground for creativity and the birth of new ideas. Communication required patience and timing. You had to wait for someone to be home, making every conversation feel more valuable. Many were known as latchkey kids, returning to empty homes, which instilled a deep sense of independence and self-reliance early on. They learned to manage their time and basic needs, creating a psychological foundation of competence that serves them well in adulthood. Conflict resolution happened face-to-face on the playground, not through passive-aggressive comments or blocking someone on a social platform. This upbringing created adults who are often described as grounded, capable of sitting with their thoughts without reaching for a distraction. They bridged the gap between the analog and digital worlds, understanding the value of technology without letting it dominate their existence. Their approach to problems is often mechanical and logical, breaking things down to understand how they work rather than seeking instant fixes. They value the sanctity of the present moment, understanding that a memory is best captured in the mind, not just on storage. Identity formation for them came from real-world experiences, not from the algorithmic feedback loops that define the younger generations today. Solitude allows them to recharge, whereas for digital natives, silence can often feel like a terrifying void that must be filled. This psychological stability is a superpower in our chaotic world, offering a steady hand when the digital noise becomes too overwhelming. Their self-worth was built brick by brick through tangible achievements, creating a fortress of identity that is hard to shake. In the workplace, they often act as the anchor, bringing perspective and patience to teams that are used to rapid-fire pacing. They possess the unique ability to disconnect completely, knowing that the world will keep spinning even if they are not watching it. Media consumption was a shared communal event, fostering connection and discussion, rather than the isolated personalized feeds we see today. The art of waiting for a letter taught them that good things take time, a concept often lost in the age of instant messaging. Resilience was forged in these small moments of failure, where no one was there to rush in and save the day immediately. Neurologically, their brains were wired for deep focus and sustained attention, contrasting with the fragmented attention spans common in the modern era. Knowledge was something you had to hunt for and earn, making the information retained more valuable and deeply understood than a quick search. They bring the gift of undivided attention to relationships, a rare commodity that makes others feel truly heard and deeply understood. Their memories are anchored in physical objects and sensory experiences, creating a rich tapestry of the past that is tangible and real. They understand that some moments are just for them, and that keeping a beautiful experience private can actually increase its personal value. Like trees with deep roots, they remain steady during the storms of change, offering shelter and stability to those around them. We can all learn from this psychological blueprint: to disconnect, to reconnect, and to value our privacy as a sacred space. Embracing these traits doesn't mean rejecting the future, but rather carrying the wisdom of the past to build a healthier mind. Thank you for watching Hidden Psyche Secrets. If you enjoyed this analysis, please subscribe for more deep dives. See you next time.